Hey, welcome everyone. So today I wanted to talk about reflection, and this was inspired by a recent event. I was guest speaking at a workshop, and it involved a styled shoot with a vintage car, and I got a picture of the couple sitting in the vintage car kissing through the side view mirror, but it was like maybe this big. And so a couple attendees had seen me shoot it, and afterwards they were like, how did you get that? Like, I guess they tried afterwards, but they couldn't fit the couple into that mirror. So they were wondering, how did I do that? And I realized, I guess that is a good lesson, just how to do good reflections, right? So some creative ways you can do reflections is either through mirrors, obviously, like what I'm doing right now, or through puddles. If you see puddles in the floor, it's so much fun to try to get them through the puddle, or like if there's a window outside that's getting a reflection, you can have a lot of fun with reflections. Now, the challenge with reflection oftentimes is how do you know where to stand and where to place your couple so that it's like the perfect composition? So I want to give you a trick of what I do so that I know I can get the reflection photos to work for me every single time. So for example, what happens oftentimes is with reflections, there's two things that has to go on. One is where you stand, right? So you have to find the perfect spot where you can compose the image with the reflection so that it looks good. The second component is where they stand. So let's say you found the perfect spot to stand, but now they're not in the shot. Or you found the perfect place to stand, but now there's all this junk in the background that's showing, right? So it's where are you standing to get the composition of this, and then what's showing up in the reflection. So the basic rule of reflection is whatever angle you're coming in from is the angle that where your subjects are gonna be, right? So basic laws of reflection, it's just like when you play billiard or pool, right? So let's say this is a barrier. I always put up an imaginary 90-degree angle. If the ball comes in at, let's say, a 45-degree angle, it's gonna bounce back out at a 45-degree angle. Same thing with here. So where you are right now, you're actually coming in like this and bouncing back out this way. So that gives you kind of an idea of where you need to be. If you're on the same side as your client, they're not going to be in the reflection. So as for starters, you have to be on opposite sides. So given that imaginary 90-degree line again, you're going to be on one side of it, your couple's going to be on the other side. So then now for the fine tuning. The trick that I use is I actually have my clients come to me. So I find the perfect composition, and that's what I did for today's video. I found the perfect place to put you, the camera, because this tight space, it's very limited on where I could be, right? So the camera is fixed, that cannot move. So then now what I tell my clients to do is find me in the mirror. So, and it's kind of fun for them and they have fun with it. So if it's a couple, they'd be holding each other. It's like, okay, scoot until you see me. Because if you see me, then I see you, right? So I know I can stand here. I know I can scoot back anywhere to here and you'll still be able to see me. And I can have some fun with this, and I know that I can also see you here. So that's how I nail my reflection shots all the time. I position myself first, then I have my couples position themselves. So that's my challenge to you today. Go shoot a reflection photo, whether it's in a mirror, a puddle in the floor, a window, like an outdoor window of some sort, and have fun with it. Use this little trick and see if it works for you. Whether it's telling your kids to run into find you in the reflection, and kids have fun with that too, or your couple. So remember to hashtag CT Lighting Challenge so that I can see your results too, and join our Facebook group all about light so we can see what everyone is doing and have a conversation and help each other through it. So can't wait to see what you create.